Alrighty guys, so how the hell you doing today? It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Was out pulling some fence pickets, dealing with salt to cattle and so on and so forth. Just little jobs here this morning. We had another little light shot of rain. Just enough to keep things wet and keep the farmers from trying to get their harvest done. How's that sound? So it didn't accumulate to really anything except for pissing guys off that are like this right here. Got green feed that needs to get baled, and well, now it's just way too goddamn wet. Can't bale shit. Anyways, I've come up with a plan on, I'm hoping, how it's gonna make my Kuhn ProPush shit spreader spread nicer so it doesn't leave a heavy strip right in the middle. So we're on our way into the city to pick up some steel to make this thing better. Anyways, when we get back home and I go to work on this thing, I'll bring you and show you what I'm talking about. Talk to you then. Alrighty guys, well, we're back home, and then I had to run back to town, just into Capel to get gas, like for the lawnmower and the side-by-side shit like that. We just grab it with jugs. And then I ended up chit-chatting with the neighbor for a little bit. But these are my beaters. See that? See how they're friggin' bent? And CP and I did work at straightening these some bitches. And you can see this one, it's not bad. This one got beat up a little bit over the last couple years since we bought this machine. So we're going to try straightening him out again. A bunch of them had shit welded on to help it fling the manure out better. Here, there, all the way around. This one was missing on. So I got him, that one cleaned up. All of the shit is off. I gotta do some grinding on it to clean up the slag and stuff. What's the plan here? Well, I bought this stuff. Now this is pretty fucking heavy, but it's 1 inch by 2 inches. And the plan is to cut 8-inch, basically 8-inch coupons. Maybe even put a slight bend in it if I can. I don't know if the 30-ton will do it or not, but we'll find out. Weld them onto here. You see how I got that line right there? Another one here. So weld them on there. That'll help hold this straight once I get this straightened out somewhat. And then it'll stick out about 4 inches is the idea. So if it's on here, and then it sticks out about 4 inches, right? There's the 8-inch point. So it would just basically slightly overlap the other side, but here it's going to grab in the middle of that flighting and the upper flighting. See this? So it's in this area, so they'll never hit this side is the idea. So you got my line there. Weld those fuckers on so they stick out a little bit. Maybe give them a slight bend up, because I went and I checked out what a brand new flail would be for this thing, what it looks like. It's actually only 3/8 material that bolts on, and there was one on here that was still bolted. Let's see if we can find it. Here it is, right here. Right here. It just bolts on to the 2 holes that are like here and here. And then it has a little tip on it that flips up on the back side. See that right there? Now this one's wore right down to absolutely nothing, but instead of putting new ones on here, I'm just gonna fucking weld one of my heavy pieces of steel on there, and I think that's gonna do the same thing for us. I don't know, we'll find out. Trying something is better than doing nothing. How's that sound? And this is what we're gonna try doing. So it's gonna be a lot of work before we're done, but now that I'm into it, I gotta continue. Tomorrow I won't be working on this, I'll be working at something else, but regardless, we gotta... Do I see smoke? Do you guys see smoke? Is there smoke in here? I'll investigate it closer here in a minute. So that's my idea of how we're gonna try and get this machine to fling the shit out a lot better and not right down the center line. So I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but like I said earlier, we'll try something. Something's better than nothing. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. We'll talk to you later. Alrighty, well, we pretty much got all of these guys off. It's, my lights in my shop are not worth a shit. They've all gone to crap over the summer. So I need better lighting to continue working in here, is what it barrels down to. Those goddamn friggin' LED fucking things that I got for Christmas aren't worth a fuck. They're junk. The only one that's any good is that one. Anyway, I'm gonna shut her down, go have some suppers, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. But one stage closer, we're definitely gonna have to get some oxygen and acetylene, and we're gonna get the rosebud, heat these points up, and try and straighten them out again a little bit, and then grind all of the crap weld that was on there off. And then we'll be able to go to town at cutting and welding new pieces on. Anyway, fun. We'll catch you all later. Morning, everybody. How you guys doing? We got some more rain last night, and it's kind of drizzly rainy right now. We didn't get a lot of rain because it's not wet under the truck. When you get a lot under the truck, it'll get wet. But we got water puddles. So how much did it rain so far over the last 3-4 days? Because the last time we checked this rain gauge, I did not dump it. Oh, look at the looky, 4/10, almost ½ inch. And it's supposed to do this for the rest of the day. Now what my plan was for today originally was to go get my fertilizer and start fertilizing ground, not with cow manure, but with actual granular. But the fertilizer spreader doesn't have a tarp on it, and anybody that's worked with granular fertilizer knows you don't want that shit getting wet because it doesn't flow worth a shit. It turns into like concrete. So we're not doing that today. And I got water in here. How about that? How do you get water there and not over there? It doesn't make no sense. Like, I have no idea, guys. I don't know. But anywho, we're back in here then. We still got to take how many off? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got to take 4 of these guys off. And now I got a phone call, so I'll let you go and we'll talk to y'all later. Warming her up, guys. See how that fucker's bent down? I want to get it straightened out some. That one over there is still bent, but we'll have to hit it again at a different angle. But I did straighten it somewhat. And I don't think they have to be perfectly straight, but I don't think we want them tilted down the way they are either. And I found out what that was. It's not actually water. Last night when we were working in here, I had half a jug of oil sitting over there, and a hot piece of metal landed right beside the jug and fucking melted a hole in it, leaked all over the place. This is going to take some time, but we're working at it. Anyway, I'll bring you guys back a little bit later. Alrighty guys, well it ain't fucking pretty, but it's better than it was. And realistically, when I put my pieces on that I want to put on, they should go on this edge. The guy that had the shit on before, he just had them coming off of this side, which was actually wrong. They should be at this angle here. So, and how we're gonna get that just right, I'm not 100% sure, because, well, we could weld on the back side. We might be able to get a bit of a weld on the underside and here, but lots of these points, like see here, we can weld it, and that'll help reinforce this to here. Weld that into there. See how that's broke out? But this one is completely gone. So being that we're 2 inches, I can go from this point to this point, but that'd be it, right? Lots of them are missing that edge. So I do got the part numbers from Kuhn for the flighting, but here I want to show you guys something. So there's 3 sections on here. And the dude I talked to at Kuhn, I don't know if there was a change up, but you can see it starts down there and it comes all the way around, right? To right here. And then we have another one that goes from here all the way around to here. So that's 1, 2, 3, and it ends there, right up there. So you can see here is a splice joint, here's a splice joint. Well, if you only got 2 splice joints, that's 3 pieces. They're both the same. He's saying there should be 4. I'm thinking Kuhn had a change up over the years since this one was built, and the flighting space from here to here is smaller, maybe half the distance. You see this? So if there was another flight right here, I'm thinking that's what they did. They tightened it up, and now they got 4 in there on the same span, top to bottom. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. That's the only thing I could think of. I don't know if I'm going to be doing the right thing or the wrong thing, and if we're going to blow up our gearbox or not, but all I know for sure is right now the way it's working isn't that great. So I want to make some changes, but I ran out of oxygen and acetylene, so I got to get into the city and get full tanks so we could keep going on this. Anyways, I'll let you guys go. We'll talk to y'all later. Alrighty guys, well, made it back. Got these somewhat straightened out. I gotta weld this right here, but theoretically the way the flails would get bolted on would be on this edge, and then they have a little wing like I showed you before, but I'm not doing that. I'm going with this, and I looked at the Dutch Industries bio spreader, and I've seen the Bunning spreaders, and basically their flails go straight on like that. There's a bracket that they're welded to, but they go straight in like this. I didn't notice them to be at an angle, like theoretically to kind of match what we had. I should be putting it at an angle. That's just the way the flails would bolt onto this thing if we were able to bolt them on. So one would be there. Another one would be like that. But I'm thinking about going straight out like this. Basically have an inch past my line. I made these 10 inches long. So this would be the outside edge anyways. So we would be sticking out here basically 3 inches. Yeah. If it was all the same, right? Like this one is obviously not, but let me find a spot. Drew my line. Now that one is obviously down a little bit, but it's about as straight as I'm going to be able to get her. We tried and we tried. And, but you see what I mean? Like it's not going to hit anything on this side because it's in between, right? One there. This one would be here. So on and so forth, right? They're going to be up and down, but I'm hoping that that's going to help us out, right? It'll definitely help hold that up so it's not fucking bending downward anyways. Alrighty, I guess there's no time like the present, so let's just get to her and start welding them on. I got 11 or 12 of them cut so far. Alrighty guys, so we got a few of them tacked on. And basically, that's what it would look like. Yes, these are still bent down just slightly. And I can't get it 100% to go straight with this. But I was going to run them at an angle, and then I got to looking at it and I go, like I said earlier, I looked at a couple other machines and they're just straight. They're not at an angle, so I'm hoping this is gonna help us. I don't know. Time will tell, right? This one, we couldn't get it up any higher. I tried and I tried, but where it is where it is, so we'll get a good weld on the inside underneath all the way around, and that'll hold that sumbitch on, and this will just wear more. My plan at this point is to only run them to this height on both beaters. Keep them equal and see what happens. Anyway, I'll bring you all back tomorrow. I'm quitting for the day. It's pushing 7 o'clock, so I'm friggin' hungry. Talk to you all later. It's raining again. I haven't dumped the rain gauge yet, guys, since... When the hell did we get that 10th and a bit? I think that was Saturday? Saturday morning, something like that. Saturday morning or Sunday morning. It's now Wednesday. Back at her here. And one of the windbreaks is all fixed up and ready to go back into the corral. We got to fix this one that my finger's right on. We got to do some work on that one, but the other one is ready to go. Did that this morning. Cut a bunch of, I'm calling them coupons or flails. Got them welded on. Got to weld that one, this one, this one, and this one. These top 4. This is as high as I'm going with the flails at this point, because we still got to do that side. If we don't do that side equal to this side, we'll blow our fucking gearbox up for sure. So yeah, that's what's happening here, right? So I got to cut. I got 3 left here, and I got that length I got to cut, and that should get me to where I need to be. Basically to right that point right there. That one right there. So got them just long enough that they're missing the wall, so any heavy buildup that gets on here, the end of these suckers should scrape it away. Anyway, it's coming. It's coming. And then it'll be just to test it, right? Catch you later. Alrighty, guys. Well, maybe I should have left the door shut. Anyway, there they are. Now on this beater, you can see right here, that's a seam or a joint for where the last set of flighting goes. So it goes, you can see that seam right there, and it goes around and ends right there. Okay? So I ran my flails or coupons to the last hook point right there. That's on the right beater. And on the left beater, we did the same damn thing. Oh, I missed. No, I didn't. I was going to say I missed one. So here's the seam right here. See that? Right there. And there it is right there. So more or less did a weld all the way around, but some of these are bent ugly here. And that's a hell of a gap to fill in there. So welded it there, left a little bit of a gap. It's not going to hurt nothing. If it rips off, well, it was meant to rip off, right? So I've got 3 left. That's it. Right there. So I'm hoping we'll give this a try. I'm hoping that this will fix everything up a lot better. Spread the manure a lot better. And I don't know, I got 3 1-inch by 2-inch. That could be for replacements if one rips off. I did not heat this steel when I welded it. I just welded it on. Lots of time when you're welding really thick stuff, you should preheat the steel. I did not do that because if there's a big rock or something that gets put in here for whatever reason and it's gonna rip off, I want it to rip. I want the weld to break and the flail to go and not have all the steel rip out too, right? Now I'm thinking, I don't know, but for the top flighting, this top piece up here, we don't got no flails on there, obviously, because I ran out of steel. They didn't have enough of this size. But I'm almost thinking if I went with 3/4 by 2 and welded that on, the same as everything else, all the way around, on both of the very top, that might make a heck of a difference for us. So, and I really don't know what the hell that's on there for. That's the only one that has it. There's an extra square plate on there. But, anywho, she's done. Now all we got to do is test it, make sure it's gonna work or if it's gonna explode our friggin' gearbox or something. Anyway, I want to let you guys go. Make sure you're sharing the videos. This is the Kuhn ProPush 2044 beater upgrade or repair. I don't know. We don't know if it's repaired or not, but give us the old thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share the videos. Fun, fun, fun. Let's get her done.